So you see, what happens in the light always comes in the dark. Wait, hold on. Is it what happens in the dark always comes in the gray? No, wait. What happens in the gray always comes to the light? No, wait. Hold on. What happens to the purple always end up in the red? I think I'm colorblind, but that doesn't matter. Hello guys, my name is DrFreezes, and you know the rest. I hope this is a wonderful day or a bad day, but if you have a bad day, don't worry, you're gonna have a wonderful day. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like. What actually happened is Mann fam is shit. Okay, I'm just joking. What actually happened is over in the middle of February, Mann actors are actually protesting about they're not actually getting paid the right amount to actually afford their rent, and putting food in the house and all that other stuff. And that's understandable. But at the same time, we don't understand why will Mann do this. This is the same motherfucker that actually creating all these amazing life-changing to be honest, they're not life-changing videos. They're either cringe or cliche. But cringe. The cliche part is that we heard this like over 1,000,001 times. And you know you heard this 1,000,001 times. Like, a penny saved is a penny earned. Don't judge a book by its cover. If it's glitter, it's not poop. It's horrible. You know that these forms of life lessons actually exist. And you literally question yourself, does this man take himself serious, or he'll just look at us as money? And guess what? He just look at us as money. Mann is a very controversial kind of person, to tell you the truth. I mean, this is literal same guy that actually make a video thinking that this whole internet going after him and calling him cringe from PewDiePie and this person and that person. Listen, your videos are cringe, Mann. But at the same time, there's no reason to actually say that this is negative feedback. If your video is cringe, it's cringe. You have to actually have better writing, or otherwise no one not going to take you serious, or you're just going to fall flat on your face. Oh, wait. Okay. Wrong choice of words, but you know what position you're at this point. But anyway, throughout social media, everyone keep on giving Mann the same advice, and that is what happens in the dark always comes to light. Not paying his actors, and not only that, not giving them their 1099s. And what we figure out is that their Mann actors are contract actors. And it's like, alright, that kind of makes sense. Because you start off as small. You can't afford actors to actually pay them like $100 an hour, all that other stuff. And when you read the message that Mann released, both of his Instagram and on the YouTube community tab, you feel like this is not written by a real person. You feel like a social media manager actually used Mann's Studios account and actually type in a whole bunch of long page paragraphs about, we're sorry about this and that, we pay our crew this and that, and this and that. This is not Mann, alright? Because if I were to write it, it will be one paragraph, whole bunch of grammar, and I forgot to turn on Grammarly. This is not Mann. This is an actual social media manager that actually wrote college essays for a living, to tell you the truth. Because this is what the page literally say. Let me pull it. Hey, Mann fan, we want to address the recent protest by some more actors. First off, we'd like to thank the many actors and fans who have reached out to support gratitude, and solidarity to us. We truly appreciate you. These words are like college level words. Like no even real person can understand that. Yes, alright. For background, we did arrange a in-person hour-long meeting with the actors representing two of our most senior leaders, including our head of productions, in hope of understanding the concern prior to any protest. During the meeting, the actors representatives refused to communicate any concerns and interests and walked out. We followed up with a request of writing feedback and never received a response. More info in our stories. Let me tell you what really happened. The actors did schedule a meeting, got postponed. Then later on, got postponed again. Then later on, HR got involved with it. Not only these are contract actors, they don't work for Dartman, so why HR had to be involved with this? And it's like, this doesn't make no sense. So these contract actors want to meet their boss face to face, the man that hired these people. And when you look at it, it's like, okay, Darman, we need you to do this one thing, and that is, you had to meet up with your team members that you hire and talk to them face to face. And if you don't do it, then you're going to regret. Guess what happened? He took the plane to somewhere else. I forgot the location of the place. I'm sorry. I have to jump in instead of actually doing my research. But I am on the page. Fair enough, research is good enough for me. And at the same time, instead of actually being in the meeting, you just took the plane, go somewhere else. And your senior leaders of head of productions told the actors that, oh yeah, Darman is an important meeting. No, he's not. What's so important about his meeting? This is his meeting. The fuck? The fuck? And let's continue on reading. In regards to the actor composed, we believe we pay our actor competitively compared to our peers. Our rate for actors very extra receive 18 hours, and speaking role actors receive 33 to 44 hours. 33 to 44 dollars an hour? Darn it. That's not enough. I mean, I understand they're contractors, they're freelancers, but if you telling these guys to, hey, stop what you're doing and actually come to the studio, we got a new video to get ready for. They're taking time out of their lives to come to your studio and play a minor or major role, and that's it. And that's it. So this is not barely enough to actually do anything about this. And what I also find out is that if you say something that you don't like, you are actually fired. And to tell you the truth, that's a bad way to run business. But that's the problem with Darman. He's, like I said before, this is the same man that literally made a video about responding to every single YouTuber and commentator about calling his videos cringe. He's that sensitive. And he only wants to focus on positivity. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. A positive work environment is a good work environment. But if you get rid of negativity saying that, hey, I don't like this idea, can we make some changes? And you're being told that you're fired by the next day. That's toxic positivity. And that would Darman thrive on, toxic positivity. Because the next segment is going to be a little bit wild. I literally download this like extension to actually check see the like dislike ratios from Darman himself, and well, it's kind of shocking to see what's going to end up next. But let's continue on. Actors by Neutral Works for me production companies. We offer project-based opportunities that vary from a few hours long to few days. We do not offer full-time positions. Darman, that's a red flag. You're literally telling your actors to stop what they're doing or not to be part of another acting gig. Tell them to come to the studio and says that, hey, we got another role, you need to play it. If you're telling someone to come to the studio, that's full time. That's full time, Darman. Alright? And people sometimes they do have full-time lives, full-time availability, and sometimes they only have part-time availability. And that what the biggest downfall is with this whole fucking paragraph. Right? This is not literal Darman writing this. This is like I say, a social media manager wrote this fucking bullshit. All details, including pay rate, length of productions, are significant in the offer letters, and the actors have the freedom to accept or decline the project. If accept, actor will always pay shortly with a production wrap, typically within the 72 hours. So when acting is done, they get paid within the next 2-3 days. And I found it that their payroll is PayPal. Let's think about this. PayPal. Now, there's nothing wrong with PayPal for an individual account, but if you have a business on PayPal, you are going to be mostly screwed over 100% of the time. If you're getting paid through PayPal, that is not a trustworthy payroll account. You're fucked. Let's keep that in mind. You're fucked. You're fucked. Alright, that's why a lot of times I don't like using PayPal as a business, but I have no choice to collect the revenue that I can and call it a day. And it's bullshit. We highly encourage feedback and have many outlets for actors to expose their concern, including anonymous actor surveys we send out after productions wrap, and anonymous actor feedback boxes in our studios. We receive an overwhelming amount of positive feedback and very high rating. Any concerns we address quickly. I don't believe that. Because there is a such thing as a survey, but it's like for most companies or you in fucking college. But you saying that we receive an overwhelming amount of positive feedback and very high ratings. Okay, let's give that a benefit of the doubt. Can we see the surveys? And even if you, let's say, alter the facts, it doesn't help actually amidst the truth of these actors are fucking protesting your fucking property. You fucking idiot. But at the same time, this is stupid. It is literally fucking stupid. So yesterday, a group of protesters interfered with two productions that we were taking, and we want to apologize to the crew members and actors affected by these protesters and for the stress it may have caused. So that means that Darman, at the end, fucking saying, fuck the protest, we need to focus on the actors. Call it a day. So, if your protesters are literally telling the truth, and you're in this segment saying that fuck the protesters, our actors are fucking stressed, that just shows one thing. They're not only telling the truth, they're being honest about what's going on among your studio. Because with truth, there'll always be like two sides, but a lot of times it'll be in the middle, right? The real truth of the story is to be in the middle. But if that segment shows it all, then the protesters are obviously winning. And that's it. Now, the next craziest part is that he literally shows two of his actors speaking the truth, like Darman Studios should be paying their crew more, right? And you're right, but I'm worried about the other actors. Oh, yes, there are literal other actors, and no, like Darman is worldwide with multiple translations, and if you have translations, who's doing the dubs? You got a Spanish dub, a French dub, a Portuguese dub, a Chinese dub. There's multiple dubs. So, is Darman paying his dubs $33 to $44 an hour or less? Because I know the dub voice actors are not actually at the studio, so but at the same time, how much they getting paid? You see what I'm saying? And not only that, Darman have other channels as well. And it is the first one, Darn Laura. 1 million subscribers, but I don't know who watched that. Dar and Jay show, what's even that? And that's other ways to actually create revenue. And I know Darman have another channel of behind the scenes Darman Studios. Sad part is that it's not even on the page. I download dislikes on YouTube. It's not going to be accurate, but it does help show. And let me say something about this. This is bad. And when the protests and the events actually start on the 11 days, 12 days, 2 weeks ago, Darman was still uploading videos saying, and it was the evil nanny kidnapped kid for a ransom. Alright, everyone know that. And with the dislikes is literally at 154,000 dislikes. And for the reason is that the protests. But then later on, when we continue on with the other videos, here's something that everyone never see coming. The dislikes is not even there no more. Like, all of it is just likes. And it'll be more likes than dislikes. But the craziest part is that when this video came out, you only see in the comments positivity, 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 positivity. And here's the reason why. Darman been deleting comments. And I look at, like, this can't be possible. And a lot of times that when I see someone talking about the protests, the comments are keep on deleting. And it's like, if you see this many positive comments during the day of the protests, then that just shows Darman Studios is literally deleting comments. Now, that's the only evidence I got. But at the same time, I don't have proof. I don't have proof. Just only this evidence. Is that if your comment section is just overly positive, and no one don't have this exception on their browser or phone or gaming or TV or tablet. Alright. And the dislikes is literally at 150,000 dislikes. And no negative comments because of the recent protests. You know one thing, and that is Darman been deleting comments, and that's it. That's the only explanation that I got, and I can give you. And so you see, Darman is not much of a good role model, to say the least. Darman is literally someone that just looks at you like you're just made of money, and that's it. Because you have views, alright? Views. And if you have millions of views on a YouTube video, and the YouTube, you create revenue and you get paid a certain amount every 1,000 views, you're literally making at least like 15, 25, 15, 25, 35, $50,000 per video. And normally, this is a fucking grown man, to tell you the truth. So he need to learn how to man up and actually stop crying like a fucking pussy at the corner of a fucking airplane out of fucking California. Like, doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'd like to know your thoughts. Do you like Darman? Do you hate Darman? Do you believe his videos actually change lives or just ruin them anymore? I'm not Freeze. You know the rest. See you later, my frozen society. So you see, what happens in the gold always comes to the brown. I'm not even reading the script right. Like, what the fuck?